Hello, I'm Mark Price. I'd like to talk to you today about what's going on in the Ukraine, the country of Ukraine. And I want to make a couple comments from a faith perspective, not a military perspective, not even an American perspective, just from a faith perspective. How should we, as people of faith, look at what's going on over in the Ukraine? Let me start by saying that Adolf Hitler rose to power in 1923. For about 21, 23 years, he was telling everybody how he was going to expand Germany and become a greater nation than ever before. And in 1938, 1939, he actually began taking over other countries. He moved into Poland, all of this in contradiction to what Germany agreed to in the Versailles Treaty. But the other countries around, including the United States, did not get immediately involved. They sat and they watched for a while. I want to say, as people of faith, we do not have the luxury of just watching. You see, we are told, and in my faith tradition, which is Catholic, when we are baptized, we say, or our sponsors say for us, that we renounce Satan, we reject Satan. We renounce not just Satan, but all of his many ways. In all forms, we renounce Satan, which means we renounce evil. So as people of faith, we don't have a choice. If we were baptized, we are saying that I am renouncing Satan and I am renouncing evil in all of its forms, and I am embracing God. So I look at these situations. First, Adolf Hitler. Adolf Hitler wasn't Satan. He wasn't the evil one, but he was a person who embraced evil. Putin right now, Vladimir Putin, and what he's doing in Ukraine is not a person who is the evil one. He's just a person who has embraced evil. And he's shown us his willingness to kill and destroy, commit war crimes, which he has done many, many times before in other countries, including his own. So this is a person who personifies evil because he has embraced evil. And we, as people of faith, we have to stand up to evil. We have to say no to evil in all of its forms and wherever it exists. Now, I don't know militarily what we should do with the Ukraine. That's for people with a much higher pay grade than mine. But I know as people of faith, we have to do everything we can, starting with prayer, to say no to this evil and to stand up against this evil. Now, I do know that in 1994, Ukraine agreed to give up all of its nuclear weapons. I think, if I remember right, they had the third largest stockpile of nuclear weapons of any country in the world. They gave them up to Russia. And as part of giving them up, they were promised in an agreement, an actual covenant, an agreement with the United States, the United Kingdom, and Russia, that they would always be defended from things like this. If something ever happened to them, they would be protected and they would be defended. So I think that as people of faith, we have to also stand by agreements that we make, covenants that we make, understandings that we make. If we are a Christian nation, we can't say, hey, I'm going to do this, or I agree to do this, and then not do it. What does that say to future generations? Oh, America can't be trusted. They say something, but they do something else. You know, Jesus stood up to a lot of things, but one thing he always stood up to was hypocrisy. We have to be, as people of faith, people who stand up to evil, and all forms of deception are evil, and hypocrisy is evil. So, as we said in our baptism commitment, I will stand up against evil in all of its forms, in every way possible. So let us, as people of faith, find out the right way to fully stand up to the evil that is happening by this person, Putin, who has certainly embraced the evil one. This is Mark Price. Thanks for listening.